we're going to resume. Here we go. Again, we're cutting the chicken breast. Cut it so it's reasonable size. Okay? Again, cross-contamination is important not to happen. So, again, the cutting board is over the sink. When I'm finished with it, it'll go in the sink and I won't use it again. Okay? This chicken breast is probably about 10 ounces, 12 ounces. Again, we're going to do the same thing. I want to cut everything the same size. Cooks faster or cooks the same temp, same way. Okay? Again, knife being used in the sink. Okay? Chicken. With all the goodness into the thing. Okay? And then into the sink. We're not going to use it. We're going to take this, season that chicken good, but it needs something. It needs some color. So we're going to put a little bit of basil. I know it's dried basil, but we're going to try it. Okay? This is just the beginning. We're going to see what it's going to taste like. Okay? A little bit of basil. Now remember, dry basil expands. You're going to use fresh. Fresh is less, but it's more pungent. Dry, as soon as the dry hits the liquid, dehydrates, you get more flavor. Okay? So here we are. Again, chicken going to be sitting. Okay? We're going to hold off on that. The quinoa is here. We're going to bring it up to a boil. Okay, it hasn't done anything. But what do they say? When a boiled pot doesn't boil, right? Or a watched pot doesn't boil? Well, guess what? I'm not going to watch the pot. We're going to let it go. We're going to bring it to a boil. We're going to let it go. Probably take about 15 minutes. Okay, you need to put back everything because when the wife gets home, if she can't find something, who do you think she's going to yell at? Me. Who am I going to blame it on? The dog. But don't tell her that. She can't see this. So here we go. Okay? So here we are. Now, we've got the eggplant, which we've got to cook. Remember, we said we had the onions. Half the onions are going to go with the chicken. So we've got to figure out a pan that we're going to have. So I got this pan here. We're going to do in the chicken. Now, if you cook chicken and you cover it, it gets tough. So the key is to cook it, let it set, and serve it. If you cover it, it steams, and especially with the chicken breast, there's no fat to it. So all the flavor goes out. So you should cook it and serve it. So that's our goal. Now, the eggplant, you can get a little mushy. You don't want it mushy, you want it crisp, but you have to get it super, super hot. So you need a big enough pan that you can move it around. So I got this pan here. Okay. You can see I've used it. You hear that? Okay, that's my cookware. Now we're going to take that's coming to a boil. Okay, we're going to flip it over. Okay, and we're going to lower it down. It's take about 15 minutes for this stuff to cook. Okay, so the thing is, about 15 minutes, dinner should be done, or finishing and resting. Okay, now in the meantime, what herbs are we going to use for our eggplant? Okay, I have fresh garlic here. Oh, and I need a cutting board. So what do you know? All right. In this house, there's no absence of cutting boards. I got plenty. Okay? So what we're going to do, this is it. Prepare in one area, cook in another. That way you don't have cross-contamination. Okay? And your neutral zone is always going to be your sink. Okay? A pan for our chicken, got a pan for our eggplant. Okay? And all we're going to do is we're going to cut some garlic. Now, I found this neat little gadget that it's like a mini mandolin. No, not a mandolin you play. For us cooks or chefs, this is what it is. This thing is the coolest thing. Okay? For shallots, for garlic, for small onions, maybe some mushrooms, truffles. I don't think truffles, because I don't know if we can get truffles. But maybe we'll try it. Okay. Here we go. Fresh garlic. I try to use as fresh as I can. And as you notice, I got this thing for little jars, okay? Because they're cool. So again, pull the knife out, proper knife, okay? With the garlic, smack it. Not smack it, but put it on there, break it. So you'll hear it. You'll hear it break up. Okay? Now, again, my trusty bowls. Everything goes in a bowl. I want to keep that cutting board as clean as possible. Okay? Okay. Here, garlic. Okay. And one more. I like garlic. Garlic keeps the vampires away. I've never had a vampire come bother me, so I guess I'm doing well. Okay, here we are. Okay. Now my gadget. Okay. Load your garlic into here. It's really complex. Yeah, I'm a little nervous. That's okay. Okay, here we are. Okay, put it in there. Go. Over the bowl. And there you go. Remember in The Godfather when he was in jail and he's cutting the garlic with the razor blade? Why'd they give him a razor blade? In jail. This is safer. And can't go in, you can't have it in jail, but it's safer. Okay. Again, here we go. Watch out, this thing is sharp. Okay? Again, in the sink, away from you. One side for chicken, the other side, in case you need to wrap something up or rinse it, it's still safe, there's no cross contamination. Okay? And here we are. Okay. The quinoa is cooking. We're going to start the chicken and the eggplant. We're going to start the eggplant first, but the chicken's going to come right behind it. Olive oil. Okay? While it's out, olive oil. Okay. We're going to heat this pan up really good because you want it crisp. There's nothing worse than having soggy eggplant. Okay, and then a little more olive oil over here. So I'm going to go to my little trusty pantry over here. Get the big can. Okay, now, again, we have onions for the chicken and onions for the eggplant. First thing we're going to do is we need to, the garlic, if you caramelize it or toast it, it's not the right word. But if you brown it, you're going to get a different flavor. The difference between browning and burning. You cannot burn. If you burn the garlic, throw it away. Don't try to use it. Don't try to save it. Don't add anything to it. Okay? First thing you want to do, we get this thing super, super hot. I have it on medium high. I cook nothing on high except I'm going to boil something. Okay? So we're going to be daring today. We're going to do the eggplant and the chicken at the same time. I know, multitask. As women say, multitask. Men do multitask. Women can still do it better, but it's my show, so I'm going to win. Okay? Here we are. Super hot. We want to get it hot. How do you know? How do you know when the oil's hot? I'll tell you the only way. I was watching Ming Tsai, probably about 25 years ago, a chef from Boston, and he was asked that question. And he said, when it shimmers. What do you mean when it shimmers? You're going to see it. It'll shake. When the oil is hot enough, it'll shake. You can put a little water in there, and it's going to spit up at it. So if you got a little one in the kitchen, you don't want to do that. You want to watch what's going on. Okay? Now these two pans are going to be heating up at a different temperature because this is stainless steel, this is carbon steel. So they're going to heat up differently, but they're two different items. Okay? The oil in this one's getting nice and hot. I can feel it, but not hot enough for the chicken, not hot enough for the eggplant. We're going to use just the garlic for the eggplant. you're all gonna do is wait. You can actually throw one in there, see if it sizzles. If it sizzles, then you know it's hot. And that's what we're gonna do. You're listening, right? Are you listening? Shh. Food should sing to you. Now, I'm not gonna sing. The food is gonna sing. Nothing. So it's not hot enough. Okay? So we know that. So we pull it out. Why do you pull it out? Because it's gonna absorb oil. If it's not hot enough, it's gonna absorb oil. It's like having French fries that they use in cold oil. You know it because they're all soggy. Huh? Here we are, checking our quinoa, cooking slowly, and we'll lower that just a little bit to low, let that simmer. Okay? 5 more minutes, and then we're going to shut it off. Okay. You hear that, right? Okay. Is it shimmering? Yes, it is. Okay, so we're going to put half of the oil, half of the onions in there. Okay, and half in the other one. And you don't want one pan to get jealous of the other. Okay, you hear that, right? Okay. Put garlic into this one here. Okay. Want to get it nice and brown, nice and hot. Okay, we need a utensil so nothing burns. Have everything out before you need it. Okay? You're going to forget things. You're going to forget things, you are. But you want to make sure that you have what you need on your area. Okay? Good. Okay, here. Okay. Hear that, right? That smells really good. Okay? Yeah. The oil has the flavor of the onions right now. So I'm going to move this out. And I'm going to put the chicken in that oil. Why do you do that? Well, because in order to cook the chicken's going to have to sear. What does the meaning word sear? Sear means to sear everything on the outside so the inside stays moist. Same thing you do with a pot roast or a pork loin. Okay? Brisket. I mean, you sear it, you seal on the outside, and then all that flavor stays in, and then you cook. Okay? So we're going to pull that off. Okay? I'm going to throw in my chicken right now. Again, we're working fast now. Okay? So, you should listen to this sound. You hear that, right? If it's not talking to you, then it's not hard enough. Okay? So you can get everything in there. Give it the right size pan. Okay, give it some love. Let it cook. Let it cook. Okay? Then, where did we take this? Is the chicken. What's in this right-hand side. Okay? Now, raw chicken, right? So we're only going to use it in there, and we're going to cook it now. Okay? But we are going to wash it off. Because, again, it's chicken. Okay? Have a certain sponge just for chicken. Okay? No dishes, no nothing. That's just for the chicken. Okay? Did I put soap in it? After you soaked it, I was thinking ahead. It goes back in my pan. Okay. Now, see the garlic is brown, it's golden. In goes the eggplant. Okay. That's going to go real, it's going to cool the pan, but we want to keep that hot. So now, a little bit of, what are we going to do? What are we going to put in there? You know, we got onion already, we got garlic. I love the spice rack because I don't have enough space. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do fresh garlic and fresh salt. Okay? Okay? Simple. We're not gonna complicate anything. Remember, coming home from work, last thing you want to do is make a 10-course meal. So all you're doing is simple. Okay, I'm going to turn it up. because that pan is cooling off quickly. We don't want that pan to cool quickly. Okay? So, here we go. Okay, we're going to set off the quinoa and let that sit. Take about 5 minutes and we're going to be good. Okay? Okay, now we absorbed all the oil, so we're going to have to put some more in there. Because you don't want it to burn. The garlic needs to cook. The eggplant will be part of the flavor of the garlic is going to add flavor to the eggplant. Okay? Simple. Okay? If the kids don't like eggplant, use squash. If they don't like squash, use something. But the beauty of this is dinner. If the kids don't like eggplant, make them something they like. Better still, give them a stool, let them cook it themselves. Okay? Teach them to cook. Cooking is good. Cooking is fun. Okay. Now that the pan's getting hot, stay hot. Okay? The chicken, you can hear the chicken now. Okay? Chicken singing. You hear it singing? Okay, it's singing. Okay. What you want to do is you want to make sure that thing is really, really getting a crisp on the outside. If you want to hasten it, you can put a little bit of paprika. Okay? Paprika is it's pepper. Paprika is pepper. So be prepared. What you put in there, you're going to flavor it. Okay? It's not just a coloring agent. Okay? So back. Try to put everything back where it belongs. Oh, we get some Italian seasoning over here. I didn't see that. That would be perfect over here. All right. Keep in mind, dehydrating expands, a little bit of flavor. Okay? And eggplant absorbs everything when it crisps them. And remember, we're looking at the 10-minute mark. It should be done in an hour. Any more than an hour, then you're making a gourmet meal. Kids can't wait. The wife can't wait. Why am I cooking? Because I love to cook. If she cooks better than me. But don't tell her I said that. Because then she's going to want to cook everything. Okay, see that, right? You're hearing it? Okay? Okay, got that. Now, you can add lemon, balsamic vinegar, whole bit to it, okay? You can add what we want. Put my spices back so I know where they are. Okay, pick up the stuff I dropped on the floor. Okay. Try to keep the place clean. I have a bad habit of not, but that's okay. That's how we learn. Cooking is fun. Okay, wash our hands. So we're good. Okay, see that? Now look at that. That's getting some nice crispiness to it. It's got some color. It's not just soggy. Okay? See that? That's some color. That's what we want. We don't want we want food to look like it should look. Entertaining, exciting. Okay? Okay, we're going to shut this off and let it rest. That's going to finish cooking. Remember the onions we put up? We're going to put it back on. Okay. Okay, right in our sink. We'll clean it up later. All right. Now. Good. Now, I've been itching to use this white balsamic. Taste it before you use it. Don't just add it. If you see a recipe, don't just add it because the recipe says to add it. You need to know what you're adding. Okay? White balsamic. It's really good, really light, but really potent after it cooks. Okay? Need a little bit. Okay? Do that. Okay? And then I'm gonna add a little bit of lemon juice to this too. A little bit, not a lot. All right. And that's it. So what we did, we made red quinoa, we made sauteed eggplant with onions and garlic, and we made a lemon white balsamic chicken. 35 minutes, 40 minutes, you're done. We started from 0. Next time we're going to be a little more organized, but that's how simple it is. Now I'm going to put a cover on the chicken, and I remember what I said, cover on the chicken is going to make it tough. You're not going to put the cover completely on the chicken. You're going to let it steam a little bit so it's just convecting. Using the convection of the pan to cook the chicken. You're not steaming it. Okay? Thank you very much for spending some time with me. We'll be doing these videos each and every night following when we go live. Thank you so much. Bon appetit.